On this video, I will tell you some of my tips and tricks that I've learned along my life to try to deal with anxiety. Thinking about anxiety, I think there's no use for it whatsoever. I don't think one single situation that anxiety could be helpful. I don't think I am I'm a very anxious person, but nevertheless, I try to eliminate as much as possible from my life. And these are 3 tips and tricks that I've learned and that might help you. The tip number 1 is avoidance. Now, avoidance is something that could be bad when you have a problem and you try to avoid it rather than try to fix it. But this is not the case here. But this tip is very particular or very peculiar in the sense that it either might fix your problem or it might be useless. It depends on the situation. The avoidance means try to avoid things that make you anxious. So for example, let's say you're trying to lose weight and you are at home and there's a bar of chocolate in your closet and you remember that bar. But no, I am on a diet, so I shouldn't eat, right? But then you remember again and then you forget. But after a while, you remember again. This situation is very bad for you and it's very demanding of your energy and your force of will. The thing is, it will make you anxious and in time you might fail. You might go to your closet and get the bar and eat it. So if you can, avoid it. Don't have in your house, for example, chocolate in this situation. As I said, this tip is not universal. So for example, let's say you get anxious in your work. Maybe you cannot avoid your work, so in many cases it could be completely useless. Tip number 2 is the one breath. It's something that I never read about it. I imagine someone said about it before, but I've never read it. And I call it one breath because, I don't know, it is literally one breath. Let's say you have a presentation and you're very nervous, you're very anxious. It's driving you mad. And you get to the presentation, you stand in front of all those people, maybe not now, but... And your anxiety is pumping so much, you're so nervous. It might seem like little to nothing, but if you could do one proper breath before you start, or even between the presentation, it could help so much. Just one breath. And then you start. Again, I know it might sound like nothing, but it changes a world. It's also good when, I don't know, people insult you or something, that your first reaction is to be aggressive or whatever. One breath and you have so much control. This one breath could be difficult for some people. In this example of the presentation, a lot of people have problems with silence. This is why we have so Makio, I'm here talking because this between words is the person not being comfortable with silence. So for example, I talk and then I talk again. This pause between each phrase, some people are very afraid of it. And if you are breathing, and it is a proper breath, like not a and then you super anxious. It's a sort of calm and relaxed if you can. This takes time and it makes silence. So it could be hard. And tip number 3 and final tip is meditation. Meditation before the situation. You don't need to be religious. You don't need to be anything to benefit from meditation. A lot of people sometimes they get confused of what is meditation, how to do it. I'm going to explain to you a very simple thing that you can do in any place actually. You don't have to be in a lotus position. You don't have to do anything. Perfect clothes, nothing. This meditation is to just exist. So, for example, I'm here, I'm sitting here. Instead of my brain thinking like crazy, oh, I have to pay the bill, oh, I have to do this and that, oh, that presentation, that chocolate, whatever. To just be here. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the cars outside. I'm feeling my back touching the chair. I'm seeing with my eyes. I'm feeling, I'm existing, and nothing more. The nothing more is actually pretty easy and complicated. It is the mind quiet. Just here, just existing. It's something I would say insanely hard, depending on the person. It could be like mind-blowingly challenging. But if you practice, you will see the results in your life. And you might, I don't know, do a 1 week practice and you would feel, man, I'm not improving anything. Keep going because you are improving. The idea is, again, just to cut thoughts of your mind. If you think, and you will think, don't be mad, don't be harsh with yourself. Just realize that you are thinking and return to the feeling. Again, listening, seeing, feeling, touching. That's it. This is something that in the long run can make your anxiety gone, like completely zero. You would be in situations that could create anxiety and could be challenging and it could be nervous, and with meditation you could fix everything. But again, it's not something easy. If you're willing to fix the problem and willing to spend the time, you will gather the results. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you can, please subscribe. I just made 1,000 subscribers, but I still have to do the hours. YouTube demands 4,000 hours of playing videos so I can monetize. So if you can help me, please, it's free. And yeah, thank you.